Mark here. Y'all know how I do cookbooks and bring information. So real quick, I wanna talk about there's a comparison that I want to make, right? And this I find this to be pretty interesting, a pretty interesting comparison. Uh, you have a naval. We all know what a naval base is, right? A naval base is where ships are docked, right? Warships, military ships are docked at a naval base. They're usually docked there for unloading, or loading, or repairing, maintenance, anything like that. The naval base is also a port, right? It's a port where, again, ships harbor. Harbor is a port, port's a harbor, right? And again, they're there for various reasons, right? But it's a naval base. So a naval base, again, this you think of a military naval base. Warships are stocked there. Things are loaded there. Things are unloaded there. You'll see where I'm going. Now, the word naval is the same word used for our belly button. The only difference is one letter. It's naval with an E, right? The naval with an E, and a naval base, like for a military naval base, is spelled different. So naval with an E is for your belly button. But if you spelled it for the army or for the military, whatever, it's called a naval with an A. So that's the only difference, a letter. One is spelled with an E, the other is spelled with an A. Naval and naval. But they pretty much sound the same, right? And the reason why I draw this comparison is because, as I said in previous videos, your navel, your belly button, is entry. It's a port of entry. It's a port of entry into your ethereal body. Your ethereal body in the womb, I told you, was the umbilical cord for your physical body. But once you come out the womb, it still opens. It's still an open port of entry for your ethereal body, your ethereal body or your etheric body, right? So your navel, your belly button, compare it to a naval base. Think about it. A naval base is a place, like I just told you, where ships are stored. Things are stored, loaded and unloaded. Warships, military warships are stored. Your navel, your belly button is a port of entry. It's where things enter into your spirit body, and information, energy is stored around your navel. Your navel is actually put like this. Hermes Trismegistus, research him, talks about as within, so without, as above, so below. This part, what I'm discussing right now, has to do with what's within, so without. Meaning, in our physical world, we have this naval base, right? That's outside. Inside, the man is a microcosm of the macrocosm. We are many universes and many worlds and many earths in ourselves. We are microcosms of a macrocosm. So what this means, in our macrocosm, we have a naval base. In your microcosm, you have a naval base. The only difference is spelled with E instead of A. Your naval base is your belly button. The reason why it can be called your naval base is because it is right above your it is right around your second chakra. Your second chakra is right above your root chakra. Your root chakra can be called your base chakra. Your navel is close to your base. So your navel can be called your navel base, literally. Why? Because it is by the base chakra. So your navel base, your physical navel base, not the external navel base, but your physical navel base, compare it in, if you do a contrast and comparison to an outward naval military base, it's where weapons are stored, warships are stored, things are loaded, things are unloaded. People will load your etheric body, your naval base, with their destructive energies that are weapons that will destroy your life and destroy you if you're not on guard and aware. So your naval base is a port, just like out in the real world, out as within, so without. Just like without, you have a naval base that is a port of entry for warships. Your naval base is a port of entry where people will store their warships. Their warships is their gossip, their hate, their animosity, their angst, their jealousy, their envy, their greed, their malicious intent, their uh, they're envious. You know, they might be envious of you. They will store all of their junk and their hate and just their venom, right? People are very venomous. There's people out here who are very, very venomous. They will store all their venomous weaponry in your naval base, just like without we store military weaponry at the naval base. As within, so without. Folks, it's not a coincidence that a naval base represents a place where warships, weapons of mass destructions are stored. It's not a coincidence. It is a it is a manifestation. It is a third eye, right? It is a third eye, uh, subtle mystique, if you will, right? Because not everybody's going to draw up and see this. What a lot of people probably hear this video and be like, "Yo, this guy's nuts." You know, he's talking pseudoscience. He's woo 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 woo, right? But I'm telling you right now, there's no coincidence in life. Every negligible or negated or nullified uh, reasons, because we nullify reasons. It's called subtle cause and effect. There's always a cause and effect. It might be negated, nullified, and neglected, but it does not mean it does not exist. It's just below the five senses. So if it's below your five senses, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You just don't perceive it. But if you have the etheric senses on, you will perceive it. But so my thing is, there's no coincidence why we have what's called a naval, which is at our base, so to speak. It's not literally at the base, but it's right above the base, but it's close enough. So we have a naval that is close to our base, and our naval base, we have an outward naval base, and it's just to again, there's no such thing as coincidence. Coincidence is a word that we use to explain that which we can't understand. Coincidence is a word that we have formulated, tabulated, rearranged, and arranged to use to explain that which we cannot fully comprehend, or that which is below our five senses, our intellect, and our minds. But there is no such thing as a coincidence if you dig deep and get into what's called quantum mechanics or quantum physics. The quanta explains that which is unexplainable. Study quanta and you'll get it. Till next time, if y'all like this video, hit a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Peace.